I'm very happy to be in this community ICT hub here in Kitale town. I am truly pleased that you guys, and I have listened to Aden here, I have listened to Isaiah there, and Bonnie, and they speak a story that resonates with all of you here. That this ICT hub is giving a chance to you through learning on being trained on this digital space. You can monetize your talent. You can work from here, work for foreign companies, not just in Kenya, in Europe, in America, in Asia, in many parts of the world. I have listened to Adan. He's been given a chance for tasks where he earns money from different parts of the world, Germany, Kenya, Tanzania, and many other areas. When we made a commitment, when we went to elections, many people may not have known what we were saying. We were saying, under the fifth pillar on digital superhighway, we wanted to create a digital infrastructure that was going to give us opportunity for millions of young people like you to have access to the internet, to have access to computer infrastructure, and so that you can tap into the opportunity that exists in the digital space. The jobs that exist there, digital jobs that exist there. It's also going to enhance our e-commerce. And it is the same reason why we are digitizing all government services. Because we are moving into the digital space, and all business, all commerce, all transaction, government services will be available on a digital platform. And it gives then an opportunity for all of us to work and for many young people to have access to job opportunities. We all know, and I am talking to you because they say it is the wearer of the shoe who know where it pinches most in you. So we all know that the biggest challenge we have as a country is the challenge of unemployment. We have millions of young people out of school with certificates, with diplomas, with degrees, but they don't have jobs. And jobs will not happen. They will have to be created. What is it that we do to create jobs? We have taken the decision as a government that we are going to create jobs in our housing program. That is why I am going to be launching here the program on the way to 10,000 housing units in Nzoia. That will give close to 20,000 young people in Nzoia an opportunity to work as architects, as engineers, quantity surveyors, plumbers, masons, electricians, and all manner of steel fixers, people working in our cement factories, people working in our steel factories, people working in our quarries and all manner of places. That all work. It has to be thought through, it has to be designed, and it has to be delivered. The other space is the digital space. And that is why this ICT hub is very important to me, because I know how important it is to people like Adan. It is because of an ICT hub like this that Adan in the last 2.5 months has earned close to 140,000. Right? So that's important. And as we talk to you, you have heard the CS for ICT. We have ICT hubs like this already in 102 TVET institutions, including community ones like this one in Kitale. Sorry. And already we have 119,000 people like Adan and Isaiah there, and Bonnie there, that are earning from this digital space. 119,000. I was in Nandi County yesterday. I went to one ICT hub in Kaiboi National Polytechnic, and there were 50 young people like Adan who are already monetizing their talent. And that is the case in many other institutions. I was in Kisii. I was actually in Game in one of the community ICTs like this one. This is one of the strategies we are having as a government, because unless we deliberately, intentionally work on programs that will create jobs like this, we will continue to have millions of our young people in the streets, jobless, and we will continue the crisis of unemployment in Kenya. Are we together? The other opportunity that will be available to other young people like you is in the export of labor. We've worked on bilateral labor agreements across the different parts of the world. I was explaining that last week, for those of you who follow the news. We put on the newspaper opportunities for the first 2,500 nurses going to Saudi Arabia. And apart from that 2,500 nurses, we have opportunities like those for 500,000 Kenyans to work in different parts of the world. Why? Because we have good talent. Our human capital is premium. And we need to use our human capital to drive our development and our economy. And because we have good talent, that's why we're also investing heavily in education. We have committed this year the largest budget in education. 650 billion this year is going to education. We have put money in TVETs, additional money. We have put additional money in the universities. We have hired another 56,000 teachers for our primary and secondary schools. Just last week, we released 120 million shillings for the School of TVET to train more trainers who will come and train people like Adan and the rest of you in ICT hubs. Again, it is not by guesswork. It has to be deliberate. It has to be intentional. Do you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes I feel like asking the people who are complaining about me looking for opportunities for Kenyans beyond our borders. You know, I ask my friends on the other side. I had them complaining, oh, why is the president going to look for Kenyans abroad? He should be looking for Kenyans locally. Now, I'm asking myself, do you care where you work? Does it matter whether you work here or whether you work elsewhere, whether you work on the internet or whether you work in mjengo or whether you work in export of labor? Si tulisema kazi ni kazi. Ama namna gani? And you see, I dare ask my competitors, okay, at least I have a plan through housing to create jobs, through digital jobs and ICT infrastructure like this one to create digital jobs, through export labor, through bilateral labor agreements to create export labor for export. Apart from organizing a few youths to go and do maandamano, what is their plan? Beyond maandamano, what is their plan for job creation in Kenya? They need to tell us. Mumesikia mpango yao beyond maandamano ya kupanga ajira ya kwa vijana wa Kenya? Sio watu wanatuhadaa. Ama namna gani? Wakati walipata nafasi wakatuambia twende rege. Sasa rege ni mzuri lakini surely. So really, I really want to say congratulations. Thank you, Alan, Chesang, and the team that is what you are working with on this ICT hub, and all the other. You have our support, and we are going to replicate this. What you see in this ICT hub, we are replicating this in 1,450 wards in Kenya. Yeah? And we want to give as many young people in Kenya, across Kenya, an opportunity like the one you have. Na sasa kupita hapo, kila mtu atakuwa anajitetea. Si namna hiyo? So, mjipange, you have our support. We will continue to deploy fiber optic across Kenya. We will continue to make internet available. We will continue to support this computer program. In fact, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to take this na huyo Isaya na ule mwingine, tutawaambia sasa mambo ya hapa imetosha, tutamtafutia kompyuta ajipange kwake, atakuwa anafanya kazi kwake. Ndio hapa mahali huyu hata anameketi, tutafute mtu mwingine si ndio? Si mtu akishapata skill na amepata connection, si anasonga. Ndio tunapatia mtu mwingine nafasi, na yeye akifika pale aende apange tena, atafute watu wengine wasaidiane. That's how we are going to create opportunities enough for all of us in Kenya. And so I just wanted to tell you, as I tell many young people in Kenya like you, that we are looking out for you. We will do our best. We will work hard. We will work smart to make sure that we give an opportunity to as many young people in Kenya as we can, because it is our duty and responsibility as a government, and especially those of us who are leaders. Are we together? So, mujikaze, mufanye bidii, we will continue to do this. And I want people like Aden to speak out, people like Isaiah, to mentor other young people, show them the way, you know, introduce them to the space, the referrals you are getting, make sure you don't hoard them. You also, you know, give that opportunity to other young people. That's how we are going to change our country. So, asanteni sana, nawapenda sana, nawatakia heri. God bless you and a happy new year.